Welcome back to Out of Left Field. 2025 has been filled with surprises for Diane Eubanks. Some were great and others were really bad. Let's start with some of the good. Back in the spring, she signed up for her first official Strongman competition being held at her gym, Achieve Wellness and Fitness in Mountaintop.
I've always liked lifting weights and just kind of like seeing how strong I can be. And the other girls at the gym, they were all getting ready for this competition. And I just asked the trainer there, like, do you think I could do something like this? And she said, absolutely. So I started training for the first one. So when I did my first competition, I was going 3 days a week for about an hour. So I wasn't spending a ton of time, just enough to like get a little stronger and feel good about myself.
Eubanks didn't place in the competition, but she loved the supportive atmosphere and seeing how far she could push herself. So it was probably a very easy decision to sign up for her second competition being held in October. Now, one of the really bad surprises.
So I signed up for the competition, I think back in like June maybe, and I didn't get my cancer diagnosis until September. So all this time I was thinking I was going to do this competition, and I wasn't even sure if I was going to be able to, because I wasn't sure like what kind of surgeries or anything that I would need. I mean, I still wanted to do it, even though my surgery type changed a couple of times. I had a couple of biopsies too to diagnose the cancer, but in my head, like, I still wanted to do this, even if I couldn't do everything. I still wanted to try and see what I could do, because I enjoy doing it, and I just don't think like a cancer diagnosis should hold you back.
And so Diane Eubanks got to work, just like before her diagnosis. Diane Eubanks' first mammogram at the age of 40 didn't show anything concerning. She was told she had dense breast tissue and that she could get an optional ultrasound that could see anything the mammogram may have missed. She felt fine and declined. A year later, after another clear mammogram, she decided to have the ultrasound. Something showed up, and after a biopsy, she was diagnosed with cancer and had a treatment plan set up of a lumpectomy and radiation. Her doctor also scheduled an MRI.
The results came back from the MRI that there was another mass that they found, so they sent me for another biopsy to test that. Those results actually came back the day before my surgery was scheduled, and the doctor called me and she's like, we have to cancel your surgery tomorrow. She said, you're no longer a candidate for lumpectomy, we have to do a mastectomy. So that was very shocking for me. And still I have no pain at all, so just hearing that word cancer and that something is wrong.
Her life changed fast, and at the moment the competition probably slipped far into the back of her mind.
It is very overwhelming, especially that I do have 3 kids, and they're all in elementary school. And really, I wasn't even thinking about myself. I was thinking about my family and like how things are going to change for my kids, and if this is like hereditary, am I going to give the genes to my daughters? Like, that's what I'm thinking about. I'm also thinking about how am I going to pay for any of this, because I do work for myself. So if I'm not working, well, I'm not getting a paycheck. So I wasn't even thinking about cancer. I'm just thinking about everything around me.
Her mastectomy was scheduled for November 12th, her daughter's birthday, and less than a month after the Strongman competition. Eubanks pushed forward with her training, working with her gym's owner and head coach, Candice Dutko.
I definitely trained less. I wasn't going 3 days a week. With going to doctor's appointments and having biopsies, I also had like some lifting restrictions, so that kind of made me nervous about training too. So I definitely did not train a lot, and I did not think I was even going to be able to do most of the exercises.
Knowing that we didn't quite have the buildup that we would prefer to have to prepare for this event, but how can we maximize what she is able to do well? And that's where we did prioritize our efforts. She's definitely a very determined and a woman who fights hard for her goals. And plus also too, like, competition just opens up another level of yourself that you didn't realize that you had. But she definitely has some strengths, and she was able to demonstrate and reveal those that day.
Eubanks woke up on the morning of October 18th and got ready for the competition, and that's when she got her first surprise of many that day.
I wore this Stronger Than Cancer shirt. One of my friends made it for me, and they actually surprised me because she also made my husband's shirt, which I didn't know she was making anything for my husband, but I guess they were talking in the background, and had her shirt made that said "Stronger for her." So that really meant a lot. My husband's super supportive, but just, you know, seeing him with that shirt on, it is very overwhelming.
Eubanks and her husband Greg both took part in the Strongman competition. She ended up taking second place in the novice lightweight division, earning a medal. Maybe the experience? Was it everything you've gone through? What do you think it kind of was that day? Or don't you have an answer?
I don't know. I mean, my strength just came to me, I guess. I mean, I practiced some of the things, but I didn't really practice anything for time. But like, even with lifting up the kegs, I put 11 of them over the bar, and like when I practiced, I did like 1 or 2. So it was, somehow I just got the strength and threw them over. Even my husband said he was surprised. He's like, I don't know how you picked those up like and made it look so light and just threw those over. So
it was a special day with her kids cheering her on, and even more love was about to come her way.
I mean, I got second place, which I did not expect. And then they also had tricky trays. They decided to give the money to me to support me with my cancer journey. So I definitely was not expecting that. So I have the winning, I have that on top of it. I also had one of the competitors who won came out to me, who I only just met that day. And she told me that all of the winning competitors, they handed their prize money together and they wanted to all give it to me. I had all these donations to help me with my cancer journey for me and my family, and it was just very overwhelming. I felt like I won in so many different ways, just to have like the support of everybody and people that I just met.
The next time you feel overwhelmed or like you just can't push past a certain obstacle, think of Eubanks, find your strength, and get ready to do the heavy lifting.
Well, one, I think it's important like to just keep going on with your life no matter with your diagnosis. So like going out and doing that competition in spite of what's going on, like I think that's like a positive message to everybody to like do what you think you can't do, because you can do more than you think. And then also sharing like the cancer story to others as well, because like I'm pretty healthy and I never thought anything like this would happen. So it was really shocking. I know like medical advances have come a long way, but we still need to make sure that we are, you know, getting our yearly mammograms. And if you have dense tissue too, like you need to ask your doctor, you know, is there anything else you recommend? Because I feel like if I wouldn't have got even that ultrasound, they wouldn't have found it early. So my diagnosis could have been different.
Diane Eubanks' surgery was a success and she is doing well. If you would like to help her and her family during her journey, scan the QR code up on your screen and that will take you to a GoFundMe page.